Hi, my name is Lara Thomas, and as my part in the project, I decided to send out a questionnaire to industry professionals to find out how they handle convention and large groups of guests and how they serve them to the best of their ability. So we're going to see what they think and how they deal with these type of guests.
Hello, I'm Irene Charles. I work more on the sales aspect of conventions.
Hello, my name is Chris Lawson. I'm in the live events industry.
So I'm April Thomas. I'm the Director of Marketing for I9 Sports. What is your role when working with a convention guest? As part of my role here, I serve as the lead organizer for our national convention. My job is to plan an event that is relevant to the attendee, whether it's from content to the timing of the event, to networking opportunities, to food choices, to where and when the event is held. Once on site, I'm the person that handles all the issues, makes adjustments to schedules or content, and even snags a birthday card or a cake for that one attendee celebrating during the convention.
My role is specifically on the event side, handling the lights, the sound, the video, all the technical aspects to producing that event that everyone, all the guests, all the attendees are coming to be a part of.
What are some of the security aspects of working with the convention groups? Sometimes our guests can be a little loud and get a little excited over the convention. Like, for instance, Playlist Live. We have a lot of young people who come to see these famous YouTubers, and sometimes they can be a little loud and passionate about these famous YouTubers that they just love so much, and it could disturb some of our leisure guests.
The first thing that comes to mind is understanding the emergency plans of the venue. During one recent convention, the hotel we were hosting our convention at experienced a fire in the middle of the night. This caused full evacuation of the property and a cancellation of the second and final day of our convention. There were just so many things to contend with, from ensuring all the guests were accounted for, sourcing alternate accommodations, making new travel arrangements, and then once the dust settled from the emergency, we needed to then come up with alternate plans for distributing the content that was missed. So I've learned a lot about that, because no matter how prepared you feel like you are, there's still those crazy scenarios that you kind of in the back of your mind have to plan for. And that hotel had some flaws in their planning, their security protocol, and that was really interesting. And so post-event, they reached out to us and told us some of the things that they learned from our convention and our experience, and we were kind of able to help them refine their plans. Also, we learned a lot. So we learned a lot of the questions to ask a hotel when we go to have our convention, so that we can be better prepared in the event of something kind of really unexpected happens.
This one event, for example, where we lock down the entire hotel, we take it over. And unless you are a part of the event, which is a government-sponsored event, then you are not admitted in. And each aspect of the event has different colored lanyards. So like the hotel staff will have a certain colored lanyard. Security has a different color lanyard. Production has a different colored lanyard. And security is so tight that we even have a counter assault team that just lives on the second floor and hangs out and drinks coffee. What is your method for planning for convention guests?
To plan our convention, we have several resources, including a shared timeline where we assign tasks to different people and due dates so we can track. We have regular follow-up meetings to collaborate as a team and ensure we're all on the same page. As the convention approaches, we have a really detailed run of show that we develop so everyone knows what is happening literally by the minute for the entire event. We do multiple rehearsals, and we have debrief meetings each day, and really just make adjustments as we go. Our internal team does the bulk of this work ourselves, but what's really helpful is when we can interact with the hotel event planner and kind of integrate them into our internal planning early on, because we like to make sure that there are no surprises, that everybody's really buttoned up and everybody knows what everyone's role is. That way we can all run deep in our lanes and not be questioning whether we should be doing this or is someone else taking care of that. Having those collaboration opportunities ahead of time really ensure that everyone is on the same page, and then we can have a smooth event.
Any insider tips for servicing convention guests? Sometimes there's this mentality of, well, stay in your lane. Well, that works sometimes, but other times it doesn't work. And sometimes you can be the person to make the change happen. And if you have this like, well, I'm just going to stay in my lane and I'm just going to keep my head down and worry about my job, that doesn't necessarily help the end result.
Any personal tips for working with convention guests? I would say definitely you have to wear comfy shoes. You have to be very detail oriented and really want to make their time there brilliant so that they come back and book again. And then just have fun, be yourself, and just enjoy the experience, because you do truly learn a lot no matter how many years you help with a convention. You are always learning.
I always carry a printed copy of contracts, of contact people, run a show, any pertinent information I need for the event. So I carry a hard copy, but I also carry everything on a thumb drive too, including the company logo. One time I needed to produce a sign on the spot and was so embarrassed to discover that as the marketing director, I didn't have our company's logo with me. Lesson learned.
When I land in a city, I like to hit a grocery store. I like to get some fruits and vegetables and some things that are a little bit harder to come by when you're living out of a hotel room in a hotel resort. So yeah, I mean, that can pay you dividends. I think that if you can approach people with equanimity regardless of their status and treat people like the human beings that they are, regardless of who they are in the process, from the person that takes out the trash, or it could be the end client that's signing the check. Treating that person the same, that's going to pay you dividends as well. Bring a couple change of shoes. If you're walking like more than 10 miles a day, change your shoes halfway through the day. That will pay big dividends as well.
So we're very grateful to hear from so many amazing industry professionals. As you can tell, they are all very seasoned in what they do. I hope you guys really got a lot out of it, just like we did, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.